Hello everyone and welcome back to English Fluency Teacher. If you want to improve your English speaking skills and build real confidence through shadowing practice, then this video is for you. Many English learners spend years studying grammar and memorizing vocabulary. But when it's time to speak, they hesitate. They worry about making mistakes. And they often wonder, how can I speak English more naturally? That's exactly what we're going to practice today. In this lesson, you'll follow a realistic B2 level conversation between two friends as they discuss how they practice English, stay motivated, and improve their speaking skills. This video has two powerful parts. In part 1, we'll begin with a complete shadowing session. I'll say every sentence from the conversation 2 times. Your job is simple. Repeat every sentence after me. Copy my pronunciation. Copy my rhythm. Copy my intonation. And most importantly, speak out loud with confidence. This active practice will help you improve your pronunciation, fluency, and speaking confidence much faster. Then, in part 2, you'll simply listen to the complete conversation from beginning to end. This time, you can relax and focus on understanding the conversation naturally. Pay attention to the vocabulary. Notice the pronunciation. And observe how fluent speakers express their thoughts in everyday English. By practicing first and listening afterward, you'll reinforce everything you've learned and understand the conversation even more clearly. Remember, shadowing is one of the most effective ways to improve spoken English because it trains your listening and speaking skills at the same time. So today, don't be afraid to use your voice. Speak clearly. Speak confidently. And focus on progress, not perfection. Now, let's begin our full shadowing practice. Part 1. Full shadowing practice. In this first part, you'll actively practice the entire conversation with me. I will read every sentence. Your job is to repeat every sentence out loud. Every sentence you repeat is helping you build stronger pronunciation, greater confidence, and more natural speaking habits. Stay focused until the end of the conversation. Let's begin. You seem much more confident speaking English these days. You seem much more confident speaking English these days. Thank you. I've been practicing regularly. Thank you. I've been practicing regularly. Really? What kind of practice have you been doing? Really? What kind of practice have you been doing? I've been using several different methods. I've been using several different methods. Which method has helped you the most? Which method has helped you the most? Honestly, shadowing practice has made the biggest difference. Honestly, shadowing practice has made the biggest difference. I've heard about shadowing, but I've never really tried it. I've heard about shadowing, but I've never really tried it. It's actually much simpler than people think. It's actually much simpler than people think. How does it work? How does it work? You listen to a native speaker and repeat exactly what you hear. You listen to a native speaker and repeat exactly what you hear. So it's not just about repeating individual words. So it's not just about repeating individual words. Exactly. You copy the pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. Exactly. You copy the pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. That sounds really helpful. That sounds really helpful. It is. It trains your ears and your mouth at the same time. It is. It trains your ears and your mouth at the same time. How often do you do shadowing practice? How often do you do shadowing practice? I try to practice for at least 15 to 20 minutes every day. I try to practice for at least 15 to 20 minutes every day. That's more manageable than I expected. That's more manageable than I expected. Consistency is more important than studying for hours once a week. Consistency is more important than studying for hours once a week. Besides shadowing, what else do you do? Besides shadowing, what else do you do? I also listen to podcasts and watch videos in English. I also listen to podcasts and watch videos in English. Do you write down new vocabulary? Do you write down new vocabulary? Sometimes, but I focus more on learning phrases in context. Sometimes, but I focus more on learning phrases in context. That makes sense. That makes sense. I think using complete expressions helps me speak more naturally. I think using complete expressions helps me speak more naturally. Have you noticed any improvement since you started shadowing? Have you noticed any improvement since you started shadowing? Definitely. My pronunciation has improved and I hesitate less when speaking. Definitely. My pronunciation has improved and I hesitate less when speaking. That's exactly what I struggle with. That's exactly what I struggle with. I used to struggle with that too. I used to struggle with that too. How did you stay motivated? How did you stay motivated? I stopped comparing myself to other learners. I stopped comparing myself to other learners. That's probably good advice. That's probably good advice. I started focusing on my own progress instead. I started focusing on my own progress instead. Do you ever feel discouraged? Do you ever feel discouraged? Of course, everyone has difficult days. Of course, everyone has difficult days. What do you do when that happens? What do you do when that happens? I remind myself why I started learning English. I remind myself why I started learning English. That's a great mindset. That's a great mindset. I also celebrate small improvements. I also celebrate small improvements. Like what? Like what? Understanding a movie scene or having a successful conversation. Understanding a movie scene or having a successful conversation. I usually overlook those achievements. I usually overlook those achievements. Small wins build confidence over time. Small wins build confidence over time. I really need to remember that. I really need to remember that. Learning English is a long journey. Learning English is a long journey. You're right, it's important to be patient. You're right, it's important to be patient. And it's important to enjoy the process too. And it's important to enjoy the process too. What advice would you give to someone who is afraid of speaking English? What advice would you give to someone who is afraid of speaking English? I would tell them to start before they feel ready. I would tell them to start before they feel ready. That's powerful advice. That's powerful advice. Confidence grows through practice, not perfection. Confidence grows through practice, not perfection. I think I needed to hear that today. I think I needed to hear that today. I'm glad our conversation helped. I'm glad our conversation helped. Thank you for sharing your experience. Thank you for sharing your experience. You're welcome. We're all learning together. You're welcome. We're all learning together. Let's keep encouraging each other. Let's keep encouraging each other. Absolutely. Consistency and practice will take us far. Absolutely. Consistency and practice will take us far. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Part 2. Immersion listening. Excellent work. Now that you've practiced the conversation yourself, it's time to relax and simply listen. This time, don't repeat. Just focus on understanding the conversation naturally. Pay attention to how each speaker responds. Notice the pronunciation, the rhythm, the linking between words, and the natural flow of the conversation. Because you've already shadowed every sentence, you'll probably understand much more than you did at the beginning. This is a great way to reinforce everything you've just practiced and help the conversation stay in your long-term memory. So, sit back, listen carefully, and enjoy the conversation. You seem much more confident speaking English these days.
Thank you. I've been practicing regularly.
Really? What kind of practice have you been doing?
I've been using several different methods.
Which method has helped you the most?
Honestly, shadowing practice has made the biggest difference.
I've heard about shadowing, but I've never really tried it.
It's actually much simpler than people think.
How does it work?
You listen to a native speaker and repeat exactly what you hear.
So it's not just about repeating individual words?
Exactly. You copy the pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation.
That sounds really helpful.
It is. It trains your ears and your mouth at the same time.
How often do you do shadowing practice?
I try to practice for at least 15 to 20 minutes every day.
That's more manageable than I expected.
Consistency is more important than studying for hours once a week.
Besides shadowing, what else do you do?
I also listen to podcasts and watch videos in English.
Do you write down new vocabulary?
Sometimes, but I focus more on learning phrases in context.
That makes sense.
I think using complete expressions helps me speak more naturally.
Have you noticed any improvements since you started shadowing?
Definitely. My pronunciation has improved, and I hesitate less when speaking.
That's exactly what I struggle with.
I used to struggle with that too.
How did you stay motivated?
I stopped comparing myself to other learners.
That's probably good advice.
I started focusing on my own progress instead.
Do you ever feel discouraged?
Of course, everyone has difficult days.
What do you do when that happens?
I remind myself why I started learning English.
That's a great mindset.
I also celebrate small improvements.
Like what?
Understanding a movie scene or having a successful conversation.
I usually overlook those achievements.
Small wins build confidence over time.
I really need to remember that.
Learning English is a long journey.
You're right. It's important to be patient.
And it's important to enjoy the process too.
What advice would you give to someone who is afraid of speaking English?
I would tell them to start before they feel ready.
That's powerful advice.
Confidence grows through practice, not perfection.
I think I needed to hear that today.
I'm glad our conversation helped.
Thank you for sharing your experience.
You're welcome. We're all learning together.
Let's keep encouraging each other.
Absolutely. Consistency and practice will take us far.
I couldn't agree more. Congratulations! You have just completed another powerful English shadowing session with English Fluency Teacher. Today, you didn't just practice English, you learned practical strategies that can help you become a more confident speaker. Remember, improving your English doesn't require perfection. It requires consistency. It requires patience. And most importantly, it requires practice. Every sentence you repeated today helped train your ears, your tongue, and your brain. So be proud of yourself for showing up and doing the work. If you completed today's practice, write this in the comments. I trust the process and keep practicing. Thank you so much for learning with me today. Keep listening, keep shadowing, keep speaking, and keep believing in your progress. This is English Fluency Teacher, and I'll see you in the next shadowing practice session. Bye for now.